Hello and welcome to Tech Talk number 1. We are excited for the 5 people who are joining us right here live right now. That's awesome. And hopefully we'll get a number of people who will join us afterwards when we put this broadcast up onto YouTube. So I want to start off with just a welcome. This is brand new for all of us involved here, and we're excited to try this form of collaboration and communication out. So we appreciate everybody who's joined us, and we'll watch this in the future. Essentially what we're going to do during these very short conversations is just talk about technology issues that are facing us right now and ways we can incorporate technology into the classroom, and then have teachers, maybe some administrators, we have one tonight, who can show us and talk to us about the things that they are using this technology for in their classrooms or in their buildings. Hopefully these sorts of conversations will be launching pads for you in your building, maybe to grab somebody who you want to talk to about technology, to ask them questions, maybe to contact your building coaches or your district technology coaches or even your administrators and talk to them about ways technology can improve the classroom. Okay, so today, by the way, I am looking off to the side because I have my notes over here so that I don't ramble as much as I can. Today, our collaborators include an administrator, a couple of teachers who are also technology coaches, our district tech coaches, and I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves right now, and I think I might be going out of the order. I'm just going to do it based off of our little thumbnails down here at the bottom. So we'll start with Tera. I'm going to actually unmute all of you guys now so you can kind of just introduce yourself in turn.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Tera Hafermann. I'm the instructional media specialist at Normal West High School.
Awesome. Thank you, Tera. Shawn?
Hi, I'm Shawn Schwermann. I teach at Parkside Junior High, and I'm also the technology coach for a building.
Jason.
Hi, I'm Jason Nourie. I'm the instructional technology coach for the district for elementary buildings.
Mr. Chris.
Hello, I'm Chris McGraw, associate principal at Evans Junior High School.
And last but certainly not least, Amber.
Hi there, I'm Amber ODay, and I am an instructional technology coach for secondary at the district level.
All right, wonderful. And again, another big thank you for all of you guys coming in here today and talking with us. So and I didn't introduce myself. I'm sorry. My name is Shawn Mullins, and I am a district instructional technology coach, and I service EJ, CJ, and Normal West. So our topic today is YouTube. YouTube was recently opened up, and we want to kind of discuss ways that it can be utilized in the classroom and even ways that administrators are looking to utilize it as well. So I want to start off just with a kind of a vision of the value of YouTube for the district from my perspective, from a technology coach, and then we'll go around to the teachers and administrators too. So for me, one of the things that it facilitates is the ability to put all of our technology training materials, our videos, in one location and easily direct teachers out to that location. And we can use that to promote those same videos to YouTube, to Twitter, anywhere like that, because YouTube is such an easy video sharing platform as well. The other nice thing about it for us is that there are a lot of great technology videos that have already been produced by other teachers or other professionals. So instead of making everything on our own, we can also go out and find those resources and put it on our technology page for other people to watch. So I think that's going to be a big benefit to the technology coaches in the technology department. So let's go around and see what everybody else thinks. Tera, do you want to share your thoughts?
Sure. I do think it's really valuable. It's something that I like to use to convey information about the library program and what we do. I found that it's useful. It's a good way to get information out to a lot of people really, really quickly. And I just love the ability to create playlists to supplement our curriculum. And this is certainly something that would be really, really useful to teachers as well. So I think there's a lot of great uses for YouTube.
Awesome, thanks. So Chris, how about from an administrative perspective?
Yeah, so looking at it from more like a systemic kind of point of view, what can you do on a building level? To me, you can utilize YouTube as kind of what Tera said, a communicative tool where you can communicate, but maybe instead of just information, kind of a way to convey your culture of your building, or it could be your classroom as well, just a way to kind of a one-house shop where things can kind of get pulled together and utilized and housed under one channel.
Yeah, awesome. Shawn, your thoughts?
I'm thinking of from an instructional level within the classroom, it's kind of nice because you can differentiate, and so students can choose to either read something, watch a video that you created, maybe a how-to video, or it could be that you spliced a video that was already available on YouTube because you wanted something maybe like a 3-minute edit. You can add those to your playlist, which allows the students to kind of go there as a reteaching method, as well as if they're absent, they're able to get those same resources as if they were in the classroom.
Yeah, that's awesome. Jason, Amber, do you have thoughts or anything you'd like to add to that too? I know I kind of talked a little bit about the tech coach side of things, but I know you guys come at it from different angles too.
No, I'd say, as far as all the resources that are out there on YouTube, I mean, it's greatly beneficial to be able to, have an introduction to a unit, or you're discussing something in science, and to be able to have all those resources that you can actually show it in action. There's so many tools out there like TubeChop or Edpuzzle or something that you can go in there and manipulate those, add questions to your videos and stuff to make it even more interactive. So I mean, it's a tool that just has endless, possibilities, really.
Yeah, and oh, go ahead, Amber. Yeah.
I would agree with both of you. I love the fact that it's open now in our district, and I love the fact that teachers can create their own channels as well as creating the playlist. And what I've really kind of talked to them about is creating playlists per unit. So whatever unit you're in, creating those playlists that is really going to allow you to organize the videos that you're using, and so that you're not going to just searching for everything. It's in a playlist, and then people can subscribe to your channel and the different playlists that are there.
Awesome. I absolutely agree. And Jason kind of hit on something that we may not be able to go into in a lot of great detail here tonight because we want to be mindful of everybody's time. But there are so many additional third-party resources that you can connect to YouTube now that it's open, that open up a world of possibilities. And we have some blog posts out there on our instructional technology blog about some of those things, and you can always follow up with any one of us, and we'd be happy to talk about some of those. Okay, so one other thing I wanted to mention, there is a companion Google Slides presentation that goes along with this. So if you happen to be watching, or you catch this later, and you go through the Tech Talk webpage that's on the Unit 5 site, you'll see that slides presentation, and everything that we're talking about here is up there, along with links to some of the things that people are mentioning. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to have, we're kind of going to go around and model a few of the things that YouTube has already been used for in the district. So again, you'll find some links to those pieces of information and what we talk about in that slideshow. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it off and just demonstrate the Instructional Technology YouTube channel really fast for anybody who hasn't been there, and also throw out a shameless plug for subscriptions. If anybody wants to subscribe there to kind of keep up to date with some of the things that we do. So I'm going to share that out right now. And what you'll see on this page, and specifically what I'm going to talk about is the playlist that we put together and kind of how to do that. Because I mentioned that I have the ability to not just upload my own stuff, but to go out and actually find things that are on YouTube and add it. So I wanted to just kind of show you what that looks like. And on my YouTube channel here, if you go to playlists, you'll see we have a ton of these sitting out there already. I'm just going to go into our Google Classroom one. It's a good example. You'll see that we have I think we have a series of 8 different videos that have been created that just kind of walk through using Google Classroom in our district. And it shows it from a teacher perspective and from a student perspective. But down at the bottom of that playlist, you'll see that there are some videos that have been added here that were just directly from Google. Because when you're trying to show something about Google Classroom, why not show the actual videos that the company has put together? Because they're going to be a whole heck of a lot better than my face and me talking about that same topic. So the way that you do that, there's a couple of super simple things. First of all, on your playlist page, you can add videos directly from here. So I could just search Google Classroom. And a bunch of videos are going to pop up, and I can click on them to preview them. And if I like it, I just select it and hit Add Video. So that's really simple. And also, if you're just browsing around on YouTube like we often do, just looking at different things, if you find one of these videos that you really like, I'm going to pause that there. So I'm watching it. I think, oh, man, this would be great for me to just dump on my channel, and I have a playlist already set up for this. This would be awesome. Right underneath the video itself, there's this Add To button, and it just pulls up all of your playlists. And you click on any one of them, and that video automatically is put now on your playlist. So it's very easy to just search around there on YouTube and find things that will benefit your classroom and quickly then add them to your personal playlist that you've created. So that's one way that I've used it extensively so far. I'm going to jump to Shawn,
Okay.
and if you could talk a little bit about things that you've seen or ways that you've used it.
Okay. I just want to make sure, is my screen going to be showing?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. I just going to make sure because I'm going to pull over my playlist. So one of the things that you can have, if you do have a YouTube channel, is create the playlist, as Jason and both, or actually everybody has said. And so I already created a playlist for the 2017 CAUTL nominees, some tech lessons that I did for our staff, and then Lit Comp. So for instance,
if I could interrupt you just for a second, Shawn, are you sharing your screen right now?
Let me double check. It says you are presenting to everyone, so yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know if it is. Okay, hang on. Screen. There we go.
A reminder that this is the first time that we've done any of this. So hey, look at this! Bam!
There we go.
There it is, Shawn. Great. I am glad that it does work. Great. Okay.
Cool.
So everybody should be seeing that now, Shawn.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, much better. Okay, so everybody has a channel. So if you just click on my channel when you go to YouTube, this is just part of your Google login, basically, if you get to YouTube. And so I've created several playlists. One of them is the 2017 CAUTLs, as I said, some tech lessons for staff, and then things for Lit Comp. So for instance, in Lit Comp, what I did is there's certain strategies I wanted to review before we started park testing that I'd already taught throughout the year. So you can see that these are all videos I did, like what Shawn said, I grabbed from other sources that were very short, but these allowed me to do some simple reteaching before we started park testing and gave the kids kind of a place to land. When there's certain things, like when I taught Bloom's taxonomy, I just kind of found a cool video that enhanced what I was teaching face-to-face. The 2017 CAUTL nominees, I just finished a book club cycle with my Lit Comp groups, and then I had them create book trailers using Prezzies and Screencastify. So for instance, this particular group, okay, they actually, we found, I guess, that Prezzi is probably the simplest for the students to use. It took me only about probably 40 minutes total classroom time to teach them how to use Prezzi and Screencastify. So the students in this group actually created the Prezzi, and I'm going to kind of just fast forward through so you can kind of see that they went ahead and put in some visual picked the template they thought worked best with their book, put in a few sentences and a couple different clips of things, and then they did the audio overlay with Screencastify as they videotaped Prezi in present mode. So it's pretty simple for them to use. And as Jason said, the other thing I'm using, which enhanced through YouTube, is Edpuzzle, which completely synchronizes with Classroom. And so you'll see on my screen that all the classes I have in Google Classroom are merged with Edpuzzle, and it allows me to push out, like for instance, we're doing Ancient Rome, so right now the kids have 2 videos that they have to do by April 8th because it's part of an independent study we're doing, and you can see if I click on like progress for the Greek video that they had to watch, it'll show all the students that whether they watched it or not, and it'll give them when they watched it as well as their score if you're going to take that grade. So it gives you a lot of different things that you can do to help your students, especially those students who need alternative methods of teaching and something to do besides just simply reading a textbook. And I love the fact I now have a playlist of the 2017 CAUDLs because I can start the next year introducing the CAUDL nominees using those book trailers rather than using something from Google or myself. I think that's pretty much it.
That's awesome. Thank you very much. And one thing I'll point out too, since Shawn was showing some of the student work that has been uploaded to YouTube. So one of the things that you can do when you upload your own stuff or when students upload is that you can set different privacy levels. So you can set things so that they are unlisted and they're only visible if somebody has a link. You can also set things to be completely private. So if there's something that needs to get uploaded, but for whatever reason you don't want anybody to see it, or your students don't want anybody to see it, they can set things to be completely private. So you have a range of options there for privacy settings when you upload things. I'm going to switch to Tera real fast. I think, Chris, you were next on the list, but I'm bumping you down the list. Sorry, bud. Because I know. But I know Tera needs to get out of here pretty soon, so I'm going to let her share her thoughts, too. So go ahead, Tera.
Well, I do a few things similar to Shawn, especially with some of the book awards and promoting those with students. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here so I could show you. We'll start with my channel.
Tera, are you still there? We might have lost Tera. We might have lost it. Chris, what did you do? Oh, wait, is she back? No, she's not back. I think Chris has sabotaged Tera's stream and just really needed to go next. All right, well, that's okay. We'll see if Tera gets back in. We can always come back to see how an IMC specialist is using YouTube. But Chris, I'll go ahead and let you share your thoughts now, and Tera gets back in. I'll quickly mute her so she doesn't talk on top of you. Oh, wait, she's back in. Oh, no. Oh, there she is. Sorry, Chris, once again.
Not quite sure what happened there.
You want to try it one more time, Tera, to share that screen, and if it doesn't work,
that's okay.
We have we'll put those links too in the show notes and the slides presentation there, so that anybody can go to it if the screen share doesn't end up working.
Okay. Well, maybe it won't.
Hey-oh! Look at that.
Are we there?
Congratulations, we got
it. Thank you.
First night, everybody.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't get to go to the test, so. All right. So anyway, this is my channel here, and you can see that my playlists are listed here. But like I had said earlier, I just think it's a great way to provide an overview of either your class or your program, and I've done that through some of the videos here that I've uploaded, or maybe about a reading program that we did. So you can see that I've got them organized by West videos, and then I've got research content as well, and that I'd like to use to supplement research instruction. So these playlists are also embedded on my website on certain pages that I use for class presentations. You can also see here that the Abe Lincoln nominees, this is a reading promotion program that we promote all year long. So this is a great way to supplement some of the book talks I do with classes as well. So all of these are great ways to use YouTube. When I talked about using it to supplement instruction, this is an example of a way that, here's a whole page about STEM reads. So this was a project that I did with some of our biology classes. So everything, all of the print resources are here, and then you can see that I've also embedded the book trailers that go along with some of the books that we were promoting through the STEM reads. You can also go ahead.
I just want to jump in there too.
Sure.
If everybody will notice that that's not just a single video that's embedded, that's actually the entire playlist. So if you make a playlist, you can put the entire playlist as one embedded item in your websites, and that works in school wires, that works in CMS, that works essentially everywhere. So sorry, go ahead.
And I felt like that's really useful because, especially with providing it all here, so that I don't have to direct students here. You've got to go to my YouTube channel to get to this playlist. At least this is one stop where students can go to get the instructional materials, and then also they can view the videos here as well once they're embedded on that page. Okay.
Sorry, I muted myself. Thank
you,
okay. Tara, for sharing the way you can use it for an IMC specialist. That's awesome. And Chris, finally, I see he has come back into view over there. So, so this is one personally of the most interesting applications for me, is the way in which administrators can leverage YouTube in order to work it into their school culture and their building. So I'd love to hear what you've done, Chris.
Sure. Okay. So what I thought from my perspective, Okay, can you see it now? Okay, great.
It looks awesome.
All right, so this is my YouTube channel, but obviously I'm utilizing it as kind of Evans's official YouTube channel, even though it's got my name on it. But basically, the way I look at it is kind of along the same lines as using any social media platform to brand, I guess, for lack of a better term, the school. And for me, I feel like YouTube, because of the ability of playlists, which we've already shown, where you can just go and grab things, is such a nice umbrella to kind of house everything. Individual teachers still doing their own work, their own projects, absolutely, that's awesome. But that doesn't mean that you can't utilize and still create playlists under this one house that then individuals can go to, and they can subscribe to whoever they want to once they're in there. So once you get to the channel, one of the nice things is you can set up kind of a video that just plays for new people that go to your page. And so we have a video that just kind of plays when people are here. But then for me, the big thing is the playlists. And what you can do is, so I have 3 playlists that I've created, one of them being school technology. Well, obviously, there's not a whole lot that I'm personally creating. If you click on it, you'll see a lot of it's pulled from Shawn and from the instructional technology coaches. There's one that's pulled just from Google, which is great. But then also those playlists within here, you can also do, so for me, organizational-wise, we'll do an Eagle Nation culture one, and this might be videos, like there's the Ice Bucket Challenge, different things that we do that don't really fit within the classroom setting, but they're just neat videos. These could be from assemblies, these could be cool community service projects that maybe a team does and they get some video that you can kind of throw in there. You also could organize it, and this is probably more where you'd stick the teacher stuff, where here's stuff that happens inside our classrooms. So we got GTT, we got PE, we got all kinds of things going on here, and that's kind of what you would end up seeing. So, and I guess there's one from WJBC when they toured George Evans back when it opened. So I mean, it's kind of neat because you can really create this world within the YouTube channel that people can kind of go in like you do with any YouTube channel. You just get lost in it. You kind of go down the rabbit hole and go from here to there, but you can kind of create that world in what they see without a lot of work. I mean, if you're someone that doesn't want to create a lot of videos, that's fine, and that's kind of how this is being utilized. Like, yeah, no, I don't mind making videos, but I wouldn't have to. You know, if this is just representing my building and the culture that we have, then I'm just finding videos within playlists and organizing them in a way that it's giving off that message of, you know, this is what makes us who we are, this is what our building's about. Maybe it's just a couple videos of a couple classes, but then the next thing you know, parents, students, whoever are clicking, oh, that was a really cool video, so they click on Shawn's name because they see it was from her class. Next thing you know, they're at her channel. You know, and me as a teacher, or I'm sorry, as an administrator, I could subscribe to, you know, if there's a teacher that's like, hey, I really got a YouTube channel up and running, great, I'll subscribe to it. That way when they come to ours, you know, they see my subscriptions and they go from there. So it's just a way to, I guess on a little grander scale, kind of house everything together, which is sometimes the trick. I mean, there's so many options, sometimes there's too many options for parents and students to kind of figure out where everything is. It's just a way to maybe organize it a little bit.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. I love the idea of administrators kind of tapping into what their teachers are doing and using this as a way to promote that and encourage it. And I will also say that the buildings that I work in where the administrators are very active in using and modeling technology, the staff definitely picks up on that. And they appreciate that, and they look to that as a model. So wonderful work out there. And then Jason and Amber. Jason, certainly you're kind of the elementary perspective in our talk right now. If you have heard of or seen or utilize it in ways for the elementary classroom, love to hear any of those thoughts. And if not, that's okay. I know I'm putting you on the spot. I don't know if Jason, no, Jason, he doesn't seem to be, oh, wait. I think he's maybe looking for something. Amber, do you have thoughts or anything you'd like to share while Jason is holding on? Here, let me.
Can you hear me now?
You're good.
Okay. In the buildings that I work at where the teachers are really utilizing YouTube, they're putting up little videos on how to do something. They're pulling videos out. They're creating playlists, just very similar to what Shawn is doing in her classroom. And I see it across the board. I see it a lot more with my younger teachers than I do with my more seasoned teachers. But they are catching on, and I think they were at first really kind of afraid that YouTube was open, and now I think they're really taking it as an embracement and thinking about all of the useful educational tools that are out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there was a general kind of nervousness at the beginning there about what exactly was going to happen, and since that has really not come to fruition, people have been utilizing it for just awesome instructional things.
I would agree.
Mr. Jason.
Yeah, kind of like what I said before. I mean, at the elementary level, a lot of classrooms don't have devices, ready, in their classroom. So it's, a lot of times it's going to the lab or whatnot. But so I see YouTube more for teachers as far as in the classroom instructionally using the smartboard. So that's where I see most of it right now currently for teachers, is going in there and using it as an instructional tool and using some of those things, like I mentioned before, as far as being able to have that video stop and present a question and have that discussion as an entire class, as opposed to a one-to-one environment, and being able to create those playlists and easily, having all the students have access to them on their personal devices. But I would say, for the most part, it hasn't, with the YouTube opening up for students, I don't see a huge difference at the elementary right now, because like I said, they're using it as a whole class, and with YouTube open to teachers, now we're slowly moving towards more and more teachers using Classroom and being able to integrate some of those videos into Google Classroom and getting students on devices in labs and mobile labs and everything. It's slowly making its way as far as student access with YouTube. There's one thing, and I don't know if we have time even, as far as like the audio library, and I don't think anybody's talked about that, but a lot of my teachers, when students are creating projects looking for music, instead of having them go out and search for music, teachers are tapping into that audio library. I don't know if that's something you want to show or not.
Yeah, let me, I'll pull that up in just a second. And then I can share that out if you want to just say a few more words about it while I'm pulling that up.
Yeah, so when students are creating projects and they're creating a video or photo story or whatnot, and you have that option to add music, a lot of times it's difficult for students to either find appropriate music or music that they can actually use, or just not getting lost within, searching for music. So with our YouTube channel now, it gives a teacher access to an audio library that the teacher can use and the students can use, that's free music. And the teacher, what a lot of my teachers have used it for, as far as downloading some of those songs and placing it into a location so that students can go and choose between 5 songs or 10 songs, as opposed to, Google, just Googling music and try to find some music that they can incorporate into their project. So a lot of teachers have really tapped into that recently.
Yeah, and can you guys hear me? I don't want to switch back without.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm in there right now, and this is accessed through what's called the Creator Studio. And like Jason was saying, here you have the option to download any of these items, and you can search by mood. You can actually do sound effects as well and download them. And one of the other things that I like about this is some of these are just completely free to use, and then other ones that have the Creative Commons attribution will say they're free to use, but you should provide credit to the audience whenever you use it. Say you're going to put it in a photo story or something like that. And that's a nice way to, even at a very young age, to start introducing students to the idea of copyright and the idea of digital citizenship and how to utilize resources properly. So I like that piece too. I think it's something that can be built upon over time. So, well, okay. We are really close to 4 o'clock. We almost kept it right at the half-an-hour mark. I think we did a pretty good job. Before I wrap up, is there anything else that anybody else would like to say, something that popped into your mind while somebody else was talking? If so, just raise a hand there, and I can flip it over to you. Well, good. Okay, great. I see lots of head shaking. So just to wrap up, I want to thank everybody who participated, definitely. We now are up to 6 viewers. I think we may have gotten to 7 at our highest. But really, the idea behind this is to just have the talk, record it, and then if anybody ever wants to go and find it and see what the conversation is like, then they're free to do that. So thank you if you're watching it, watching the recording as well. And finally, if this was valuable to you, if you liked it, if you're watching this on the recording and you liked it, share it with somebody. Like the video on YouTube. Share it from YouTube. Let other people watch it. There's actually a Google form that is both in the slides presentation and in the comments, or the kind of the show notes section in YouTube, that if you want to, you can leave us some feedback. What did you like? What didn't you like? Did you find this useful? And we can use that to kind of build and make these better over time. We hope to offer one of these each month around a new topic, and find other interested teachers or administrators who'd like to talk about them. So again, thank you everybody for joining us, and want to just do one final sign off. Everybody want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
See ya.
All right.
Thanks for watching, Mom.
Well, you got to start someplace.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Signing off. Thank you for joining Tech Talk #1, all about YouTube.